What's up guys, my name is Ace, and for those of you guys that aren't aware, combat records were launched a few days ago now, and I thought it was finally time to share my stats with you guys, as well as all of my variants. I want to show you guys all the variants that I have, because I know a lot of people are interested in that. They want to know where I'm at with everything, and what exactly I have and what I don't have, so that's what we're going to be covering today. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's hop right into the combat records. As you can see here, I am Prestige 6, level 33, and I have a kill-death ratio of 2.34, I think it's that, or 2.335, whatever it is, 2.3-ish. Keeping in mind, I am not a player that plays for kill-death ratio. It's never in my mind while I'm actually playing. It's just a result of me playing. So, I'm not one of those cherry pickers and stuff that will always avoid challenges and everything. I play every game I get into, and yeah, so that's my actual natural kill-death ratio, which I'm pretty proud of. And then we've also got a win-loss ratio of 3.596. This is something I am quite proud of, simply because I play primarily solo in this game. Sometimes I'll party up with like 1 or 2 people. I almost never play in a full party. This is almost always solo, and yeah, therefore I'm pretty proud of this. I can usually carry the team to a victory. Now, one thing that I was actually very surprised to see, let's have a look at the best weapon. I have used the NV4 a lot more than I initially thought. And everybody's going to be like, oh, it's because it's overpowered and everything. And it is the easiest gun to use in the game. Plus, I think the big reason, because I haven't used it a lot lately, I've actually actively avoided it for the past like month and a half, just because anytime I do use it, somebody always gets mad at me because I'm using the NV4. It's almost like I'm never allowed to use it anymore, which kind of sucks. I think it's kind of stupid. But overall, I have been trying to branch out a lot more, and I am working towards Black Sky Camo, so I've been using a lot of the other guns lately. I think the big reason I have so many kills with this gun compared to the others is when I was going for a nuke. I only had the NV4 Fallout. It was my best shot at getting a nuke, and therefore I used this almost every game until I got my first nuke, and then every time I go for nukes, if I decide to go for a nuke, it's usually the NV4 Fallout I do it with. So I would say that's probably the biggest reason that I have that 3,000 kills there. But I think I have a respectable number of kills with the rest of the other guns, or most of the other guns. Like, I've got at least 500 kills with even the less used guns. Okay, maybe not at least, but you can see here, like, all the assault rifles and everything, I've got like 1,000 plus kills, or almost 1,000 plus kills with, and SMGs as well, and some LMGs, so I use a pretty good amount of variety. But as you can see, definitely most used gun is the NV4. Best rig, this is no surprise to me whatsoever, FTL. Anytime I'm using anything else, I feel like I'm probably better off just using FTL. So I usually use either phase shift or FTL jump, as you can see there. Don't really use eraser very much. I almost never use the weapon payloads with any of them. I prefer abilities overall. Merc is my second most used one, and with that one, reactive armor, I haven't used it like a ton, but yeah, it's definitely my second most used rig. And then we've got Synaptic, which I don't use too often. Warfighter, I basically just use Warfighter when I first Prestige because it's all I have. Phantom, I would be using a whole lot more than I have if I hadn't been working through Prestiges like I am right now. I really like active camo, and Pulsar is actually pretty cool too, but you just unlock it so late in a Prestige that I don't have too many opportunities to use it, so therefore I haven't used Phantom that much. And Striker, I've been pretty outspoken against. I just hate Striker. I think there's no point in using Striker, although that micro turret is pretty powerful at this point, and a little bit annoying as well. Alright, moving on to lethals and tacticals, I'll just show you guys right now. I almost never use lethals and tacticals. I prefer spending points elsewhere on my class, focusing on my gunfights, focusing on my gun skill, and therefore I basically use these when I first Prestige and you can't put on 2 perks, or you can't put on that 3rd attachment or something like that. So like, I have extra points that I need to spend, and therefore I pop on like cryo mines or jammer grenades, and biospikes, that's mainly just from gun games and infected. Best kill streak, as far as lethal kill streaks, Warden, as you can see, by far, I would say the Warden is a very solid streak. It's one of the most consistent streaks in the game, I find, which is really nice, and that's why I run it the most for lethals. Scorchers, I think this goes to show, like, how underpowered Scorchers are. I feel like if you earn a Scorcher, it should be practically guaranteed a kill or 2, and I guess it is practically guaranteed a kill, as you can see by the stats here, but it's pretty weak. Like, if you compare this to like lightning strikes and air strikes and stuff in the past, it seems fairly weak. I'm not really going to complain about it too much, though. No big deal. Apex, I've only used a few times, but as you can see, quite successful with Apexes when I do run them. I usually just don't like going for high streaks, because then I find it changes up my playstyle too much, and I don't like playing too slow and passively, so that's why I don't run those. Vulture, as you can see, my Vultures, they kind of suck, and since the nerf, apparently they're pretty much useless again. Thor, I've only used once since the beta. Keep in mind, in the beta, I used a lot of the high streaks, like the RC8 and the Thor, a lot, and I got quite a few of them, but I think I only called it in once in this game. Same thing, I just don't like using the higher streaks. Trinity Rocket, 7 and 7. Scarab, I think I never actually put it on my class. These are all just stolen from care packages or taken from care packages, so yeah, that's my Scarab usage. Shock Sentry, I've got 1 kill with 4 usages, so yeah, Shock Sentry seems pretty useless to me. Like I said, RC8, used it a bunch in the beta and actually earned it quite a few times in the beta, but just haven't gone back to it and touched it. And Bombardment, this is wrong. This is definitely wrong. I have definitely gotten kills with the Bombardment, so I don't know what's going on here. That's glitched out a little bit. I've definitely used the Bombardment more than that, and I've definitely gotten some kills with it, but I would say it's definitely an underperforming streak in my opinion. UAV, obviously, I use a ton of those. I'm almost always using UAV, counter UAV as well, and then, yeah, we've got advanced UAV and drone packages. Drop Zone is apparently my highest score per minute game mode, and I think that's just because I barely ever play it. I've only played a few games of Drop Zone, and I don't like Drop Zone that much. I didn't really like it. I wasn't a fan of it, so I'm a little disappointed to see it at the top of the list, because it's like, I don't even play that mode. I don't like that mode, but whatever. Similar thing with Hardpoint. It's great for score per minute, but it's just not one of my more favorite modes. I'm surprised that score per minute is so high for Infected. My most played game mode is going to be Team Deathmatch in this, and as you can see there, we got like the 2.5 KD with a 4.3 score per minute and all that stuff, so I think that's pretty respectable for Team Deathmatch. And yeah, you can see here that I don't play hardcore very often, and if I do, it's just hardcore Team Deathmatch. And I think I've maybe played a few hardcore domination games as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for game modes. And that pretty much covers it for this part. Although there's a couple things I want to point out on the right-hand side here. First up, the global score per minute is still kind of weird, I think. I don't know if they fixed that or not. But total time played, I've only got 4 days, 19 hours played, which for this being my full-time job, like YouTube being my full-time job, and this being the #1 game and pretty much the only game I cover, it's not nearly as much as I would like. I wish I had more time to play this game, but I am far too busy editing videos. I spend way more time making videos for you guys than I do actually playing this game. And also another thing I want to point out is the kills without dying also seems to be glitched out big time. I know for a fact I have gone on a 37 gun streak and a 47 overall streak, including score streak kills. And you can see that with my highest KD there at 47. It was a 47-1 gameplay, and I died right at the end, didn't get any kills after that death. So I went on a 47 streak, and it was a 37 gun streak. And just to prove that once again, I'm going to go to my medals real quick. And my medals are actually accurate. I know some people's are including custom games. Mine aren't. I've got 1 Juggernaut with 7 Unstoppables. That's a 37 gun streak. So the overall streak thing there, that is completely bugged out as well. So that one doesn't work. But yeah, overall, I don't really play for stats. It's cool to see the combat record. It's something that, like, I'm mildly interested in, more so like time played. That was the biggest stat I wanted to see, was my time played. So it's cool that they're here. You can also see my mission team status there. I've got everything to level 50 except Wraith. We're working on Wraith right now. I haven't pushed any beyond level 50 yet, but I will be doing that once I finish off Wraith. I am saving a classic weapon token just in case they add classic weapons in the future, and I just want to have that token available so I can buy one, plus there's nothing I really want. The other thing I wanted to show you really quick is my Spec Ops challenges, because a lot of people are asking about that. I've got everything done except for Epic Run, Bounce House, and Chrome Dome. All the other ones are done. I should maybe start actively going for the other ones. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't actively been going for those. And then also Quartermaster. Keep in mind, right now, I am saving up keys and salvage and drops and everything. I recommend you do the same. There's been a few things now leaked on Reddit. Save your keys up. There may or may not be stuff coming soon, it looks like, as far as we can see on our links, our leaks on Reddit. So save your keys, save your salvage. All right, so let's have a look at my... We'll go through this fairly quickly. We'll go through all the guns that I have. You guys can pause it if you want to see, but I've got most of the MV4 variants, and the only one I've spent salvage on is the Fallout. Flatline I got out of a drop, luckily, even though I don't use it. The R3K, you can see there, we've got all those R3K variants. And then, not too many K-bar variants, but we got the Invective in there, which is nice. Only 2 Type 2 variants, which is kind of funny. Volk, not too many of those, couple rares, and that's pretty much it. Decent amount of ERAD variants, and yeah, you can see not very many RPR variants. What do we got here? We've only got 1 raw variant. Wow, I didn't even realize that. And then we've got a couple Maulers here, but no Epic. And I've got like all the Titans except for the Scout, which is kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, kind of surprising considering I've never spent salvage on a Titan variant. Not many sniper variants overall, I would say. I've got a few here and there, but not too many. No epic sniper variants, unfortunately. For shotguns, you can see here, we got some shotgun variants, but not really epics, aside from the smoothbore, which I did get out of a supply drop as well. And I really do enjoy using the smoothbore from time to time. It's quite good, especially after that buff that they gave it, where it's a one-shot kill out to 15 meters anywhere. I think it's like stomach up, including arms now, which is solid. And then pistols, quickly go over that. Got the avalanche out of a drop. Wouldn't have spent money on that though, or not money, but salvage on that. It's not worth it. I don't like the avalanche at all. I would rather run a base EMC over the avalanche. And yeah, I think that pretty much shows off all of my variants as well. Mark II, I've only got 2 Mark II variants. We got the K-Bar Haste and the E-Rad Ascendant. No other ones. Quartermaster Collection, I'm still missing out all of the epics and the legendaries there, but I honestly don't feel like I'm missing out at all with those. I feel like I can do just fine with the base guns, and these don't really provide a significant advantage, I wouldn't say. Nothing too crazy, nothing game-changing. And then obviously, got our way working through these mission team challenges. There's just these 2 that I have to get to, and that'll be pretty much it. So I think we covered everything I wanted to cover today. I think I'm going to do a class setup video, an updated one coming fairly soon. Let me know in the comments if you guys are interested in seeing that. And I'd like to know in the comment section below, what is your most interesting stat on your combat record or leaderboard? What is the one you're most proud of or is just most interesting to you? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.